So I have Quervain's tendonitis in my wrist. I had it in both wrists, but mainly in my right wrist. And I got it just from picking up my baby and then bigger baby and then toddler again and again, and carrying him around. And when it was painful, any movement of the wrist hurt. So lifting him up in particular hurt, twisting things, so trying to open bottles, any wrist movement basically, just on the inside down at the base of the thumb. Just an achy, pulley feeling. Well, I'm actually a doctor too, so I knew what it was pretty straight away because it's something I see quite commonly. But it was, just sort of the classical diagnosis of it, of pain in the right area. Didn't need an ultrasound or anything specific to be able to tell what it was. So the first thing I did was I saw an occupational therapist who made a splint for it, which I had a splint on each hand actually, which was quite good because I could still pick up my son and still use my hands to do everything, but it stopped me from aggravating it. And that was okay in the left hand because that was quite mild, but it didn't settle down in the right hand. So then I went and saw Chris and got an injection in it, which fixed it immediately. I just had my hand sitting like that, and then Chris put some gel on it and used the ultrasound wand, and then could put the needle in so you could see that it was going in exactly the right spot, which was pretty reassuring. And then took like 2 minutes and then it was done, and it felt a bit numb and funny for half an hour or so. And then within a day it was almost better, and then a couple of days and it was completely back to normal. But it kept coming back a couple of times. So every time he got a bit bigger, so it settled down, and then Sean, my son, had a bit of a growth spurt, and then it would seem to come back again. So then I just put the splint back on, and that settled it down when it was really mild, but I ended up having to have 2 injections, so one, I think when he was about 7 months old, and then another one when he was about 18 months old, and both times it fixed it immediately. He's now 2, don't have any problems now. So if I could go back in time, I would have got the injection done a bit earlier, I think, particularly the second time around, knowing after the first time it fixed it up pretty much straight away. And then it was about 6 or 7 months later it started coming back again, and I should have just gone and got another injection then, rather than persevering for a few months, because it didn't ever settle down fully. So if I'd done that the second time around, it would have saved myself a few months of pain, I think.